there are 8 species of pangolins, and those are distributed throughout Asia and Africa, 4 in Asia, 4 in Africa. Pangolins have been consumed as meat traditionally for millennia, and they have been used in some countries and some regions in traditional medicines, and that's across Asia and Africa. But the last decade has seen a massive increase in the demand for those products, primarily driven by a use of pangolin scales in traditional Chinese medicine, which is, of course, a very big industry and recognized by the World Health Organization as a form of medicine. So there's a legitimacy which has, of course, brought a lot of attention to what the impact of the uses of these products is on populations of those animals in the wild. CITES recognized that there was overexploitation in order to feed that demand. So in 2016, all 8 species of pangolin were moved up to the highest protection level, and all international commercial trade was banned. What we've seen, and what is of great concern, is that the 4 species of pangolin in Asia have really been hit hard by this trade, by the use of scales and the consumption of their meat. And what we've seen is that there's been a shift. Studies have shown a shift in transcontinental trafficking of African pangolins to Asian markets. And we see this with the multi-ton seizures that we see being reported so frequently of scales intercepted in Nigeria or in ports in African countries on their way to Singapore and Vietnam and other ports of entry into Asia. While that is while that's the best documented supply route, of course, there are domestic uses for pangolins on the African continent. And I think that doesn't get as much attention. And of course, the priority should be to focus on reducing the overexploitation and reducing the commercial trade and improving enforcement and making better policies. And this is really, I think, a fascinating area of pangolin research that is in its infancy, but is certainly getting more attention, which is if you ask yourself, what would happen if we lost pangolins? We could ask that question of any species in any forest ecosystem. And what we can assume is that there will be an impact, but how big that impact is the question. So with pangolins, to date, and to my knowledge, I don't think that there has been an assessment of or quantified impact of what the absence of pangolins would mean in a forest ecosystem. But what we can say with certainty is that they do regulate ant populations. You know, they are micromophagous species, so they're ant-eating and termite-eating. And they eat an incredible amount of ants and termites each day.